Good morning or afternoon or evening or good night. This is Randall Thompson. I just got a job, which means that I can start paying back all the people I owe money to. I'll tell you, I'll tell you though, to be completely honest, Deadass, welcome to the Deadass Podcast. What is cracking, folks? What is going on today? I keep telling myself I'm going to get some music for the background for this, and I'm going to get these graphics, and I'm going to set up my scenes, and I don't, because every time I think to fucking do that, I get distracted by Facebook or pornography or the news or alcohol. It's mostly alcohol, just so y'all know. I'm not gonna bullshit you. Alcohol is the main thing that is distracting me out here. That's how it's really going down. It is how it is, and I gots to be gone. That's how it's going. I got a nice little thing, list of things we're gonna talk about today. I got three or four things we're gonna get into. But let's start with me. We always got to start with me. Your boy got a job. Yeah, good for me. I'm not going to tell you what I do or where I'm at and try to keep my life social and professional and all of that shit. Dead ass. But, it's been wild is just looking back on it. It's like, man, I ain't really had a job that wasn't like some dead end shit or that I did for more than a week in like 3 years. Like I've been doing comedy, I've been grinding with the comedy, and thank God for comedy. I've been able to pay for some incidental shit, but I ain't really had the freedom or you know what I mean, that security. That's a lot of people don't think about that literally, but money is security, the older you get, the more you look at it that way. And you know, having multiple times in my life having things taken away from me as far as financial, let's call it status or freedom. Freedom sounds better. Having those freedoms and not luxury necessarily, but it is a luxury compared to other things. Having that and kind of dropping out of the system, I've learned a lot of valuable information, a lot of crucial skills, and I kept grinding, so I got a nice little opportunity. So I'm grateful for that. That's the secret. That's the secret. I'm gonna run this back to the last quote unquote real job that I had. In the training, they made us watch The Secret. I had a little movie related job, so we got to watch movies, and there part of our training with the job was to do a gratitude list every day. If you're not familiar with The Secret or self-help books and things like that, gratitude, you go every day and you talk about the things that you're grateful for. You make a short little list, maybe 5 to 10 things, shit that you appreciate and that you're happy that you have, very specific things to keep your mind in a position to receive. And I'm not too new agey. I'm not too deep into any kind of spirituality or religion that I care to talk about. That's very personal to me, as it should be personal to you. But I digress. I think that it has helped me a lot to appreciate the things that I have had, the opportunities I've had, the good friends I've had, the breaks that I've caught in comedy, outside of comedy, uh, some of my other little side stuff. Nothing illegal, just not a whole lot of stuff I'm gonna throw out there just because I don't want y'all to get the wrong idea about me. You know what I mean? I got multiple streams of things happening, and it's good to have something kind of solid come my way that can kind of gel all these things together, and I can continue to progress and be the man I want to be on into my 30s, man. So yeah, if you're not grinding, keep your head up. If you are grinding, keep grinding, and if you got it, keep on keeping it. That's a good way to do it. I'm sitting here talking about The Secret. They don't pay me to say this or anything like that. I'm not big on self-help books. Again, I'll say that. But there's one book that is basically the prototype for all self-help books. And that book is by a man named Napoleon Hill. And Uh, he's probably most known for the book Think and Grow Rich. Um, I had never read that book, but I read, I guess you could call it a companion or a sister book to that, and it's a lot of anecdotes, and it breaks down kind of virtues, being virtuous in certain things, and it's a nice little system. I won't say I adhere to it completely, but I've learned a lot from this book, and that book is called The Master Key to Riches. And just to talk about it real quick, and how it's helped me. A lot of people might knock you for this, but these are people that are maybe materialistic people. Uh, but essentially, putting yourself in a position to receive gifts and riches and wealth, as far as the entire universe of the world is concerned, that starts with realizing what riches really are. When you deal with the material, you understand that that's really the last thing that's going on. Like a lot of life is mental. This might sound like a little gassed up or loaded or bullshit, but if you hear me, then that's who I'm talking to. A lot of shit is mental, and you have to start in your mind really being the person that you want to be. Like that's where your being starts. Like you're not all of these other things. Like you might end up being those things, but you won't know what that really means. They tally that up when you die, and they look back on you and say, "Oh, you a sick motherfucker, or you a good person, or I'm gonna remember you. You was a good friend, father, or mother, or whatever it is." But it all starts mentally because the only person that lives your life is you. And you to be like me, not in the sense that I want you to be like me personality wise, but I want you to also be in a position to receive all the good things that are coming your way. I really do. And one of those things that is emphasized in the book is going the extra mile. And I use like a little, I'm an organizer kind of person. I'm big into organization apps and things like that. So I've been using this app called Habitica. It's called Habitica now. It was Habit RPG. I like games and shit like that. Man, I really got to get me some sponsors. But I've been using this, and one of the habits that I kind of made was to go the extra mile every single day. There's no such thing as 99%. 99% is the same as 0% because somebody else got to come behind it, or you got to go back and do it, and you're wasting your time. And you only have so much time. So when you really add things up, uh, you can try to give 110%, but obviously, and like logically, you can only give 100%. So give that 100% always. Always give it that extra to make it 100%. Always do that. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If what you're doing is good and it's productive and it's positive and you're not out here hurting anybody or anything like that. It's not about your cuss words or your vices. Shout out to Old English, because this shit is fucking good. It's not about that, but it is about being the best you that you can be. And, you know, being a comedian, I don't always emphasize that in my act, but I do want to express that to you because, right now we're talking as friends. I'm talking as your friend, and I appreciate you listening and all of that. So I'm gonna go the extra mile for y'all tonight, dead ass. A lot of times I'm recording this shit at night. That's why I always say tonight. You could be listening to this shit in the morning, but you know what? Come have tonight with me. Ah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Got this old E popping. All right, where do we want to start today? I got three different things that I got outlined, and I'm sure I'll get off track here. But let's go ahead and start with this. Social media. You're probably seeing this as a result of social media, whether it be SoundCloud, YouTube. By now, I might have this on some other kind of websites or something like that. Facebook, or again, you know what I mean, or slamdunkjesus.com. Yeah. Uh, a lot of this whole thing is about sharing, and I think like the model is a little bit fucked up because it's all about, oh, I'm gonna follow you and you follow me. Well, how the fuck could we people follow each other? Like I get it, but it's kind of illogical, you know. And then even with specifically Facebook, you have your friends, and then you have the people that follow you that aren't necessarily your friends, or people you follow that aren't necessarily your friends. Like I don't know how I feel about that whole concept, and it's not because I feel emasculated or arrogant about the concept of, oh, I'm following this nigga. Like, I don't feel that way about it. My issue with it is that people become follow whores and follow, instead of followers, they're follow whores, or they're follow hoarders, or they're follow fiends. They out here fiending, you know, and that's foolish to me. I think that it's disingenuous a bit, um, to be on that. It's one thing to be interested in what somebody's doing, and or interested in a certain news feed, like, this is BBC, or this is Reuters, or The Root, or anything like that, or you want to follow like certain celebrities and things like that. You can be fans of them. That's what celebrity's about. It's about being a fan. I'm not knocking that whole process. My thing is, I have a lot of people in my circle that are trying to get bigger, and as a result of getting bigger, you often find yourself trying to live up to a certain standard that is imposed upon you by these dinosaurs. And I'm not gonna like call out anybody by name because I don't mean anybody specifically, but people think that, oh, you're a better artist, or a singer, or a better comedian, you're a better performer, artist, all encompassing. You're a better artist if you have a lot of followers, and that's ridiculous to me. Absolutely. I think that is 100% fallacious, especially considering some of the best artists we have and that we know about aren't recognized during their time. And yet we have artists during their time right now that have to be subject to this popularity contest. Now, if you want to look at it in terms of promotion, I think it's brilliant. I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool, but it's hard to sometimes separate your personal life from your professional life as an artist. And as a result of that, I end up with a lot of fodder from kind of like bullshit, janky, kind of asshole, wasting my time motherfuckers who are out here friending these bots. You know what I mean? You out here friending these bots. Now, a little bit ago, I think Instagram was a big thing, and I think on Twitter was a big thing too. These accounts get deleted. Like on my SoundCloud account, like I don't have a whole lot of things popping on there. I normally listen to music more than I post things. I'm just getting back into posting things again on SoundCloud, and a lot of times, like, I might not log in for how maybe weeks or months at a time. I'm more consistent with it now because I have a goal and I have something that I'm trying to do. But when I was just casually listening, I wasn't always doing it. And I go in there and I see all these friend requests and these messages and followers, and then I go to look and see who it is, and it's account deleted, account deleted, account deleted. And I'm sure it's not all of these people actually personally deleting their accounts, because you would just, you would leave your account there to like rot and die. We all know how a real human being does things. If you don't care about something on social media, then you'll just let it go. You just let it be what it is. And, it's all these cam models and, fake scams and Nigerian princes, and all of this bullshit has infiltrated our whole shit. And specifically, it irritates me on Facebook, and this is why I really don't fuck with Facebook. If you're wondering why I'm not liking your shit, or why I'm not wishing you a happy birthday, or why I'm always randomly quoting Pimp C and then not saying shit for like 2 weeks outside of promoting my shows, is because I log on to Facebook and I have like maybe 8 or 10 friend requests every time I log into that motherfucker. And when I get on there and look at the friend requests, it's hardly ever anybody that really wants to be my friend, because normally if somebody wants to be my friend, they say, oh, let me get your Facebook right here, and I add them right there. Or they say, hey, I saw your shit, blah, 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 nice to meet you. They send me a nice little message, or they like my shit, or whatever. You know, stop friending these bots, please, for the love of God. If you like, have some semblance of respect for the friend community that you're in. Like, you do a disservice to your other quote unquote friends on the internet when you befriend these bots. You're an asshole. Fuck you. Like, you trying to get your numbers up because some festival or some booker or some club, or maybe you just fucking want to look like you the man, and be like that out here, or the woman, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? You want to be that person, and you look like a clown to me. You know, like, I got bots on here that got fucking 70, 100, 200, 400, 500 friends, and all of their friends is mutual friends with me, and this person ain't got shit on their profile besides a picture of their cleavage or them riding a horse or all this other shit, man. It's like, my issue is not even that, it's just bots. Like, it's people trying to scam me or some shit. Like, y'all niggas is out here posting all kinds of frivolous information about yourself, and you befriending these bots. Like, not all of these bots are bots, nigga. Like, these niggas is cops and all kinds of other shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to protect yourself. You need to care about yourself. You need to keep it fucking real with yourself. Like, don't, if you don't know the motherfucker, or the motherfucker don't seem real, delete that motherfucker. I probably got bots on my shit right now. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite, but I don't be on Facebook like that, like, to go ahead and delete them. I need to do that. I need to take a day and just go ahead and do that, because I've been confirming people, and then they've been full of shit. Like, you know, the niggas be sending me weird ass messages and all kinds of shit like that. Like, really just, and it's off putting. I guess that's the thing that irritates me about it, is because they be saying weird ass shit. And then on top of all of that, even if it's not weird shit, it be some it be some nonsense. You know, just in general. Like, I'm like losing my train of thought here, but it's like, yo, because I'm trying to pull up this message. Like, I don't get it. Like, all right, so this is a message. Uh, so now we have one mutual friend. I'm not gonna say who it is. This dude is from Newark, New Jersey. His name is David. Now, this dude sent me this message, and I was like, "What kind of wild shit is this?" You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what the fuck this is. So here we go. Hello, Randall. I guess you should know who I truly am. I don't really know how this is to work, but hey, here's an exclusive. Now, this nigga hit me first line with some multi-level marketing shit right now. I'm on my computer right now. If at my age I do not know what and when to say, then what would I be? Now, that don't even make no sense. This nigga talking to me like he foreign or something like that. When a wise man sees he has probably spent about half of his time in life already, he begins to assess his main goals in life. What could be more important than a happy ending? LOL. Now, this nigga's trying to get me to jack him off right here. Look, I've got a checkered past, but I'm not trying to meet up to jack niggas off. You know what I'm saying? Those days are gone, okay, man? That's so 2013. A man needs to live his life full of joy and happiness. No matter his achievements, he is reduced to nothing if he has no crown to complete him, and that is a woman to call his own. Now, this nigga obviously thinks I'm a woman, and it's got to be some kind of scam or a bot, because what the fuck? You know what I mean? I need you to be my wife and best friend, a woman who knows that even while arguing, still need to hold hands, a woman whom I can call a partner in crime, LOL, a woman whom you can tell anything. How could you think anything can make you happier in life than finding a love that knows no bound? To make you know more about me, I will break this down to segments, and it would be like a case study. Now this nigga's trying to hit me with some fucked up psychology right here. He might even be real because a lot of people be reminding me of this, and I just remembered this. What I did on Facebook was I was fucking around with the fucking options of like gender and religion and all of this shit. So on Facebook, I don't have any gender. And, maybe I got fat fingers. Maybe I fucked it up. But I'm pretty sure I marked it. I don't have any gender. So whenever I share something, it says Randall Thompson shared her post. So somewhere in Facebook's algorithm of shit, I'm coming up as a woman, right? Now, my name is clearly Randall Crabmeat Thompson, legally, TM. And this dude really thinks that I'm a chick, and he's about to hit me with a case study. And it just, it don't even make no goddamn sense. It's like, my name is David. I was born to a loving couple, a home by a German man from Florida and a British woman. A German man from Florida. That would make him an American. What is a German man from Florida? That's an American. It's like, what the fuck? My father was an international businessman who met this British orphan whose only family were close friends. Okay? She says there was something about the man that no woman could ever resist. Sometimes she says she sees the same in me. So this nigga's telling me that his father is a Nazi defector to Florida. His mother is a British orphan who wants to fuck him? Like, I don't understand it. Your mom finds you irresistible. During my father's global movement, this dude's clearly a Nazi. During my father's global movement, when I was 12, I left to study in Munich, Germany, when I first got the degree in civil engineering, and then I later moved on to join them back in the United States. My father died and she was alone. I met my wife and best friend in New York. She was a fashion designer, very good at heart. Actually, I could say I met her in a funny way. I'll explain that later. Why don't you just explain it now? Did you send her this weird message about how you're an incest Nazi? Is that how, because I've heard this, that, hey, girl, did you fall from heaven? Because my dad's a Nazi and my mom's an orphan. That's quite the pickup line. Hey, girl, did you wash those jeans in Windex? Because my dad's a fucking Nazi and my mom's an orphan. And yes, I have a daughter. Her name is Pauline. She's 22 years old, and I am 58 years. Nigga, why are you trying to get at me? Where's your daughter at? I got a girl, but maybe Pauline, I put her on the show or something. Does Pauline do comedy? Pauline, if you're out there, holla at your boy. Get at me. I'm not even going to read the rest of this shit. I'm not even... I can't even keep going with this bullshit. It's like absolutely ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous. I've then spent so much time on this. I've spent more time than I fucking wanted making fun of this incest Nazi. Hey, man, I'm a Nigerian from Pennsylvania. Did y'all know that? That Nigeria is a part of Pennsylvania and vice versa? Did you know that all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares? We got some other notes here. We're going to move on from that. I don't even know what to fucking say about this weird ass nigga. Man, you know what I'm saying? Hitler's son is out here trying to court me because I fucking designated my status on Facebook as transgender. You know what I'm saying? I say I'm widowed on Facebook. Don't take Facebook seriously. That's how I'm going to wrap that part up. Don't take Facebook seriously. On Facebook, it says that I was married. It says that I'm widowed now. If you click on it, I had this girl ask me, it says you're married on Facebook. Well, what does that mean? Can you tell me about that? Yeah, I'm married to the game, bitch, and the game done died. I done killed the game. That's why I'm widowed, okay? Feds watching. That's why I'm tired of these motherfucking bots on this motherfucking plane. Moving on. Yo, don't ever in your whole entire life give your opinion on somebody else's sexual identity or their orientation if you are wearing leather pants. If you're wearing leather pants, you are not allowed to be like, oh man, that's kind of gay. You wearing leather pants. You not allowed, man. You're not allowed. Like leather pants are just, you know what I mean? Really, they're one trip to the tailor away from being chaps. Do not criticize nobody in leather pants. Matter of fact, if you wearing leather pants and you go to a restaurant and you order a salad and they bring you a cheeseburger, you're not allowed to send it back and say you got my order wrong, nigga, because you out of order. You out of order with these leather pants on. Don't ever in your life strut around with goddamn cowhide covering your behind and tell anybody that they wrong about anything. Just don't do it. You're not allowed, man. That is a sin. It's a sin. When I look back upon my life, it's always with a sense of shame. They've always been the pants to blame. It's a sin. Straight up, nigga, don't ever in your life. Like, I don't want to hear who you voted for. I don't want to hear your opinion on who should win The Voice. I don't want to hear your opinion on cars. Matter of fact, if you wearing leather pants, don't even try to shake nobody's hand, man. You a thumbs up, fist bumping motherfucker right here, man. You don't ever wear no leather pants. Like, dead ass. And if you must wear leather pants for your job or something, I don't know, or for some reason, or you a fashionista, or you from the Bay Area, because if you from the Bay, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But the rest of you niggas, everybody that's not from the Bay, don't wear leather pants. You not stylish enough. You ain't got it in you to be rocking leather pants like that. Like, not in public. Don't be wearing no leather pants. You do what you want in the privacy of your own home. That's your Fourth Amendment right. But don't be out here fucking, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Wearing a goddamn strip club ottoman, you know what I'm saying, as your leg wear. Nah, man. Nah. Saw a nigga the other day in these leather pants, man. He had the fucking elastic on the bottom. Bro, like, nah, man. Talking about, it had no leather pants accentuating your calves and shit, nigga. Nah, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't have none of I'm serious. I'm so serious right now. Like, straight up. If you wearing leather pants, I hope you missed the bus. For real. Like, you should get pulled over for wearing leather pants. Like, I mean, that's really a crime against humanity. Not only is it not vegan, it's disruptive. When you wear leather pants, when you go somewhere, I don't care if it's the darkest movie theater, you know what I'm saying? When you go out wearing leather pants, you're being disruptive. You know what I'm saying? You're disturbing the peace when you out here wearing leather pants. Like, you should get fined. Straight up. You should get a citation for wearing leather pants, man. Like, dead ass. Like, I don't care. Dude, go for the skinny jeans. I'd rather see a nigga in yoga pants than a nigga in leather pants. Like, straight up, man. Like, nigga, if all you got is yoga, if you have a choice between Lululemon and leather pants, nigga, you better be out here showing off that ass. Like, don't wear no leather pants, bro. Don't do it. Uh, this just in, I don't know if people realize this, but we've had another great death in America. This is probably my favorite since fucking Scalia died. The nigga that created the Big Mac died. Bill Cosby innocent. The nigga that created the Big Mac is dead. This motherfucker lived to be like 90 years old. Uh, so apparently he never ate one. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was just serving them up, man. This nigga was the Nino Brown of the fast food game. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was selling Big Macs out to Mick Carter. Ignorant out here. One more thing I want to add. I just had that as a note. I guess I just wanted to make a joke about that because I put it in all caps. Nothing in all caps should be taken seriously. Uh, last night I want to say this, before I get out of here. Last night I was kind of bugged out. I had an open mic last night at Motor City Cafe, like I do normally on Thursday. Sign up 8 p.m. Show starts at 9, normally about 9:15. And comics come through, they chill, they work on their new shit. We do our thing, have a few brews, some French fries, a slice of pizza. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a hot dog or something. And, we work out our new shit, and that we're really really working on. And uh, these Native Americans came in. It was about 3 or 4 of them. They came in, and I think they said they was Paiute, and these dudes came in, and the first thing that this Native American man said, or one of the Native American men said, the first thing he said was, "The Cowboys won, woo!" It's like, yeah, no shit, the Cowboys won, bro. Like, that's why you in the position that you in now. That ass, and these dudes, like, I understand, I believe it's North Dakota, Standing Rock, is like, I understand that it's a big deal, and honestly, I think it's deplorable that, can we still use the word deplorable? I don't even know. Might have fucked that up. Fucking, I think it's abhorrent. It's fucked up. It's twisted. It's sick that motherfuckers would decimate the indigenous people and then centuries later dig through their ancestors' bones and graves and things like that to build a pipeline because of eminent domain. I think it's awful. I think it's awful that the whole cause has been gentrified by young white liberal jerk-offs. And if you're offended by that just because you are a young white liberal jerk-off, uh, I think that the whole thing is sad. I think it's fucked up. And, uh, that's fine, you know what I'm saying? Be mad about it, but do not sit in a comedy show and be mad about it because I'm gonna tell jokes about you. I was going in on these fools. I was talking about how they had emoji smoke signals and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they had that, they had those emojis and one's got a little tear. You know what I'm saying? They got a trail of tears emoji and all of this shit. I was telling these niggas I got a trap phone. I got a Native American trap phone. I'm using Wigwam PCS out over here. I don't even know how much data I get. I don't know how much data I get. They got a hunt and gather from my data. I was going in on these Indians, and it's not because I have a disrespect for Native American people. I just want to get that out there. I have no fucking qualms with them at all. I share blood with them. I'm not going to be in here representing like that because I don't live that kind of life, and I just don't rep that. I'm black, and I'll be black, and it was just fucked up. So if I offended any Native Americans last night that weren't being rude, I personally apologize to you. But to you other Native Americans that were being fucking dicks, get a fucking clue. Don't cheer for the Cowboys. Cheer for the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Or some other spirit animal football team or something like that. You fucking assholes. All right, you guys, that concludes today's Deadass Broadcast podcast. Yeah. I might have to change this to the Deadass Broadcast. I like the way that sound, man. I like broads. I like casting. I like dead, and I certainly like the arse. This has been Randall Thompson's Deadass Podcast. You can see my next shows coming up. I will be posting about the January shows very, very shortly. If they're not up now, they should be up by the next time I record a podcast and upload it and all of that good stuff. And so with no further ado, you know how we do. My name, again, is Randall Thompson, and I eat ass.